Series post-practice press conference, joined now by Josef Newgarden, driving the #1 Hitachi Team Penske Chevrolet for Team Penske here at Barber Motorsports Park. Josef is a two-time winner here at the track, winning in 2015 his first career win, and also in 2017 this past year. Josef, I know that Barber is a special track for you. Not only did you get your first career win here, it's also the closest track to your hometown of Nashville, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. Did some media there earlier this week before coming over, hoping to get a home crowd over here. But first of all, please just take us through your practice run today, but also just what makes this track so special to you.
Yeah, it's a great, like you said, it's home track to me. It wins the war between this place and Indianapolis because it's an hour closer. So I think that's why we call it the home track. You know, unfortunately, we don't race in Nashville anymore. But I've always loved Barber. It is a special place for me. It's a place I, got my first win with CFH back in the day, and then it's a place I won my first race with Team Penske. So it's had a couple firsts for me. It's always been good for that. So always good memories. I love this racetrack. It's just one of the best I think that we get to drive at from a sort of a style standpoint. It's very technical, but it's got a lot of flow to it. It feels kind of like a roller coaster to me. That's, I think, the best way to describe the style of it. So yeah, I have a lot of fun here, and I think it's great. So we're going to try and have a good weekend. We've had a pretty good start for the most part. We had some issues in the first session, just kind of dealing with a couple different things that I think we got sorted out for the second session there. But we seem like we've got some speed. I think our other cars got speed too. I think Simon looked like he suffered from maybe a similar problem, and then I don't think Will did a very good lap. So I think those guys will be right there with us. So Team Penske, I think, is going to be strong tomorrow for sure.
We saw a few red flags in practice, and obviously when it comes to qualifying in a place like this, that can take away a lot of time during sessions. That's something that you'll think about heading into qualifying tomorrow, knowing that might be a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, we always do. We've been preparing for that. We run, we always start with a primary set of tires to try and shield ourselves, and you want to have a good run on those primary sets before you go to the alternates, just because in case reds come out, it can cause issues, obviously, like what you saw today. You don't want to get caught out by that. So we'll for sure, I think, try and take care of that tomorrow. But it's, I think today was very difficult with the wind conditions. If you looked at the wind, it was kind of behind us today going into turn 5. It was behind us going into turn 12. And that's the most difficult wind direction you're going to drive around here. And I think it's going to flip 180 tomorrow. So I think everyone will actually have a little easier time driving the car tomorrow. Hopefully that means less reds and yellow flags. But like you said, you just got to prepare for that, so we'll try and stay on top of it.
Questions for Josef? Tony?
Josef, how different was the downforce reduction through turn 5, since there were several issues there throughout the day? Or do you think that was more down to the wind?
I think it was more a wind issue. The downforce has definitely changed, as you know. I mean, there's a big reduction, and we notice it in the high-speed stuff. Like 12, 13 is a lot slower. But the lap time is still very strong. You look at that, it's been strong everywhere. I mean, we've not lost a lot of lap time. So the car's pretty efficient. But yeah, today the T5 thing was, I think we had some other issues going on that we sorted out on the one car. But, with the wind added in, it just contributed to the problem. And it's made it tough for everybody. It wasn't easy regardless because of the wind, but then you have some other issues that contribute to it. It can make it really nasty. So I think, yeah, T5 was tough today. Anywhere where the wind was behind you today was just tough.
Other questions for Josef before we let him go?
Josef, you were a little despondent last week, just the way the whole race played out, that you weren't able to get up there and fight for it by splitting the pit strategy a little bit with the other Penskes. Just how frustrating is that to kind of see it play out, especially with the way the pits, are closed during cautions? I
mean, it's tough. It's a lot of work. It's funny. The more you do this, the more a day like that, finishing 7th is a lot of work for 7th place. And that's kind of what we said. We were like, man, that was a lot of work this weekend for a 7th place finish. Not a disaster by any means. Still a good result, but I think we were for sure a podium car that could have challenged a little bit more. Just the race didn't go the way we needed to. We took risks. I mean, with our strategy, it was risky. We knew that going into the race that it was a risky decision, and it didn't play in our favor. And that's going to happen. This year we're going to take some risks, and sometimes they'll help us, sometimes they won't. Long Beach was not one of those times, so that makes it okay. I think it's going to go back and forth a lot this year, and we just got to try and stay as steady as we can.
Joseph, given that it may rain on Sunday, how important is it to start up front, and what would you do to make the car better in the rain versus the dry setup?
Yeah, I think we'll need more changes with this car for the rain because it's got a lot less downforce, you got a lot less blanket on top of you, pushing you into the ground. I think traction would be a problem with the rain. Just less downforce traction is going to be an issue. So just general longitudinal stuff, you really got to prioritize braking, acceleration. I think those are the type of setup things we'll be looking for the rain. And then, yeah, starting up front is critical. So, we got to try and be as close to the pole position, if not right on it. So that'll be our priority. That's what we were doing today. It's just trying to work on the qualifying car because it looks like rain on Sunday.
Any final questions for Joseph? Joseph, thank you very much.
Thanks very much.
Appreciate it.